The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. And now for something completely different. In this series, Chris and Joe are joined by Mike, Verge, Dan, and Brandt from the Dungeoneers Podcast. There are lots of laughs at the table in this one-shot Dungeon World adventure. Enjoy the podcast. There we go. Hi, and welcome to the Shed for Adventures from the Shed. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com, on iTunes, Facebook, Google+, Bing, all over the place. If you like us on iTunes, give us a good rating so other people can find us. We are here today on a special day where we're doing an Extra Life Game Day event, and you'll hear these audio recordings as released later after the event, but you can check us out live, well, I guess post-live, and you can see us playing this game on YouTube if you check out the Adventures from the Shed YouTube channel. We're going to go around the table here and say hi so you can meet our players, because we have special guests today. Every single one of them are special, right?
We're right? Special in our
all right.
in a short bus.
So we'll start right here to my left with...
This is Dan, a guest on the Dungeoneers Podcast from time to time.
That silky voice.
Silky.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Whenever Dan's on the podcast, all of it, we try to, this is...
I know, right? Listen to his radio voice there.
Dan, do you know?
Only one
All
voice.
Dan, all the time.
That's one voice.
Do you know who and what you're playing yet?
I am playing Baldric the Bard. Devilishly handsome.
Cool.
Oh, wait, these cameras are live. Never mind.
Well, the sheet looks
The
really
sheet
nice.
does, yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll post a picture up of me later.
Okay, good.
Nice. And next...
Alright, I'm Brandt. I do not play in Adventures from the Shed. I used to play with Joe a long time ago.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. I guess that was how Dungeon World got started. That was like kind of the first Dungeon World group there.
Yeah.
We were the originals.
You was part of it, man.
Yeah. And I'll be playing Indifferent, the French paladin.
For those who watched on our stream before this got started, they would understand the joke there. And that Brandt said he was indifferent as to what class he would play, and I told him I didn't have that class, so he has chosen it as a name, and I really appreciate that name.
I remember
Indifferent.
Brandt's last French character, so I'm very much looking forward to this.
And after that, we have an actual regular Adventures from the Shed guy now. It's...
This is Chris. I'm playing a halfling thief named the Grey Mouser.
Nice. The Great Mouser. After that, we have one of the original Adventures from the Shed crew.
Yeah,
it's based off,
it's been a while.
Character book
I'm
called
Mike.
Grey Mouser. He's a
I'm
tiny, short
playing...
dog.
Not you, Mike.
Hey, no one cracks the whip better than Joe.
Because I want to hear you.
But yeah,
I sound as
I'm
nice as Dan, but I still want to hear you.
I'm playing Augustus Bloom, the wizard.
Augustus Bloom.
His
Nice.
friends call
Orlando's
him
brother.
Augie.
I'm going to call him Orlando.
But he's an old wizardy type guy.
Cool.
Fun fact: Orlando Bloom and I share a birthday.
Which
Not
one?
same year, but
Which birthday did you share?
sometime in January.
You have the same mother, then.
Well, I mean,
Because
I
that's
don't
how
want to
you
tell
really
him
share
that.
the birthday.
I don't want to tell him that. This is Verge. I've been a guest on Adventures from the Shed. I'm a regular on the Dungeoneers, and I am playing Elder Name Kion. He's a very old elf who thinks he's super smart, but he's really not, and they've pretty much exiled him because he's
special.
he's pretty much a useless jerk.
Pretty much
And
a
he-
useless jerk.
But he is a druid, so he can turn into things and just make useless fun for everybody.
So not completely useless, just pretty much useless.
Yeah.
And I am Joe. I'm going to be the game master for this Dungeon World game. We're going to play a one-shot Dungeon World game today. And going along with the theme of the Extra Life Game Day and Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, our plot today is going to be there will be some sick children, and you guys will be enlisted to find ways to save the children. Okay? We'll get more of that as we go. But today, this special group of folks is going to be playing Dungeon World, and I feel compelled to say we'll be playing Joe's Dungeon World, because I know you guys have made some, on the Dungeoneers, you've made some adaptations to the game.
We just slimmed down the rules a bit.
It's slimmed down. I recall some enhancements, like using the word critical, which doesn't exist in Dungeon World.
We do like to say that.
Yeah.
We don't actually use it that way. We just like saying it.
But don't you do something extra when you roll 12?
No.
I thought you guys did.
We just say, critical hit!
We just say that.
Oh. So that's not so bad then. Well, I'm just trying to gauge what I'm going to throw as curveballs at you since you've been playing for a while.
It's fine. We're good.
It's fine. I know you're good. All right. One of the things I want to hear from you guys is, why is this group of characters together? Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I'm just going to throw this out here as a fun thing today. At least I thought it was going to be fun. We'll see how fun it turns out. Before you guys got here, earlier this morning, so like I said, we actually started at midnight, JJ was here, Chris is still here, was here then. The three of us actually came up with a lot of the details for this adventure, and we're going to... Don't read that version.
I can't read that.
Okay, I'm just checking. We're going to find out if a group of players can thwart 3 game masters instead of just 1 this time. Because the players are always going to do the opposite of what you expect. Now, we had 3 people coming up with ideas for the adventure, and we'll see how the players can thwart that.
I mean, you did invite Brandt Wetzel to this
I
game.
did.
You underestimate our power.
So by thwart, you mean mess up and cause gray hairs, right? That's what we're...
Pretty much,
okay, good.
yeah.
Okay.
Let me just switch some stats here. I'm done.
Outstanding. Is that your character name? Done.
Dungeon crew.
So with that out of the way now, just to give you that idea that we have, it's multiple collaborators on the story. I had the plot ready, but we collaborated on bits and pieces, details. So Chris is going to play a stupid character because the character can't he's not going to lead anything here because he kind of knows what's going on. He'll help when you guys instruct him to help, I guess, if you will.
All right.
But why are these 5 characters together? First, you're going to be in the kingdom of Kalane, and it's a big area. Lots of people, just about anything you'd want to find. There is a neighboring kingdom of Bellerond, and they are rival kingdoms. But you are finding yourselves in Kalane, and I need to get some idea of why these characters are together, because you are all together. We're not going to go through meet and greet.
I mean, I feel like, so from the sound of it, that Verge and my characters are from the same elf retirement home.
Very well could be.
Pretty much he's the only one that still views me as an elder and will put up with me and do what I say.
Okay.
And the rest just kind of these old guys. We keep them around because we make them feel important. They remind me of my granddad.
You get them the senior discount at Home Depot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And my bard's kind of a mischief maker, and he sees serious potential in both of the elves, so he's just been tagging along forever.
Oh, yeah.
Betting against most of the time.
So you take their handicap placard when you want to
Yes.
park up front.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually one of their caregivers at the retirement home there. I use lay on hands to keep them alive. And so I pretty much, when they wander off, I got to go kind of follow them around to, make sure they don't keel over. And
Brandt's the one holding the leash, and Dan's the one back
this.
with the jingle things. We're just I gotta get that.
Hey man, watch this.
Yes,
Don't make them do that.
derailed in under 3 minutes. I was expecting a young group of adventurers, so bam!
That's what we do.
Your expectations? Come on,
My expectations were clearly
the
met.
Dungeoneers are here.
Chris, any reason why the thief would be alone?
Yeah, maybe just steals goods for these guys that can't get in the old folks' home.
Oh, so you fence cigarettes and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey man, do you want to buy a Scrabble board?
It's a backgammon over there.
It's made with real scrab.
got some Hubble figurines.
Guys need some crochet needles.
All right.
Turns out that has to be your improvised weapons. I have no daggers. I'm throwing the crochets.
I think that
It's a
would
net.
work. So plus 1 needle
Just have
knitting.
catheter while I'm running through.
Poison damage.
So what is a regular day in the life of these characters?
You don't
I think
wanna
you just
ask
saw
that.
it.
From the
Up to no
adventuring perspective, if you're being recruited to do something adventurous and not necessarily colostomy related.
Somebody's made terrible decisions.
Well, I mean,
the last resort.
Yeah.
I think
Basically, the bard would probably have heard something like, there's good money or reward or fame or infamy for, this happening, and he's just like, I've got the perfect patsies to do that for us.
Yes. Well,
Has
I
this
can see
group
that.
adventured together before?
I mean, we've adventured off, and they've
Adventured.
Gotten lost. I think everyone else calls it getting lost.
I mean, have you seen Mr. Magoo?
Air quotes around adventure.
Yes.
Pretty much the same thing. Bard wants something. I know the distraction.
Yeah. So no actual, you've never gone to slay a dragon or anything.
Well, maybe in our
back in
younger
the day.
days, yeah.
Okay.
I
But
mean,
now there's a lot of just sitting around, and then there's the one day or two that we get out of the week, and so we might hear this then.
I think Baldrick's working with the Grey Mouser on the side. Like, we send you guys in to create havoc, and then whatever we need to
Take
steal.
whatever we
Yeah.
Bloom, I want to take a walk.
What I need is
Follow
actually
me.
a reminder of the names, so give me a second and tell me those names. All right. Dan, your character name was?
Baldrick.
Baldrick.
Imagine you can already remember mine.
Yes. Now, how would you... Where's the emphasis? Is it in different?
Yes.
It's on about 3 syllables.
Which is all 3.
And then we have the Grey Mouser. And then it was...
Augie.
What is it?
Augie.
Augie. Oh, yeah, Orlando.
And then Name, Elder Name, Name with a little apostrophe over it.
I'm going to spell it
Sound like from, like, Dragon Ball Z.
N-A-H-M-A-Y. Name.
Kind of. Yeah.
All right.
There's a
I got
reason for
those.
it.
That's going to help. Does Grey Mouser have a real name?
No.
No, that's just it.
Thief,
So he-
formerly known as.
He started
Just a symbol
chasing mice as a very young child. Okay. Who would have a contact in the royal house?
Oh, that'd be Baldrick.
Probably bald.
Yeah.
Well,
I know everybody.
okay. Everybody?
Yeah. Anybody that's
who's
anybody.
worth-
Not
There you
exactly
go.
for the right reasons.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I've been kicked out of the nicest establishments.
So, Baldrick, King Winston, because that's his name,
Okay.
has summoned you, and he has asked your council to help him. His daughter, Princess Amarabelle, has fallen ill,
Okay.
and his healer Gideon, who is actually pretty recent to the kingdom. He was a healer, but he stepped up because the previous healer was exiled.
Okay.
And between King Winston and healer Gideon, they believe that the princess has been stricken down, hasn't been done, structed down, probably by the evil doings of the previous healer there. Her name is Mildred.
Mildred.
So
No,
a,
she sounds evil.
disgruntled former employee.
Disgruntled former
Okay.
employee.
Should have named her
Indeed.
Nurse Ratchet or something.
Ratchet, yes. We definitely could have. So she has gotten progressively more sick. She's lethargic, and it's believed that it's both magical and physical malady that's affecting her. And they're saying that she's probably got a week left to live.
Okay.
She's also, it turns out, contagious. And where she's traveled around in the kingdom for the last couple of weeks, other children are falling ill.
Just children.
Just children.
Just
It's not affecting adults.
Okay. Okay. I would have to ask, Your Majesty, you do know the group I work with, right?
Which is why it's so odd to ask you for help.
Like,
yes.
were we the fourth call? Have there been other parties that were successful?
It's the amount of resources that that we feel your group can bring to bear on the situation.
Okay.
And the immunity.
Yeah.
the varied amounts of talent and skills available.
Oh, we're varied.
There's
we are
lot.
varied.
We believe there will be lots of bridge playing in this adventure. Perhaps some Parcheesi.
And everything should wrap up.
Bloom. I don't like bridges. We'll take the tunnel.
I love Parcheesi.
But I lose signal of going through the tunnel.
And everything has to be wrapped up by about 6:15. That's bedtime.
This adventure is an early bird adventure.
Good.
We should be all set.
Boom!
Blue plate special.
Where's my early bird?
So here are some of the things. I notice people have been taking notes already, but there are some things that you'll want to note here. I got to switch this to time so I can actually see the darn thing.
We're in the shed, so we got to be half professional.
Open giant time display. Ignore the first one.
Ooh.
It always starts at an hour. If anybody in the world knows how to tell logic not to start at 1 hour, please let me know. But we're at 14 minutes. That's with that. And yes, we need to know by the thousandth of a second where we are in
Okay,
this.
good,
Yeah.
good.
Very important.
We'll try to keep track
This
of
is a
that.
lot more official than
We had
the
point
dry
33
erase board
You have a dry erase board?
that Verge just holds up with a drawing of a penis over top of it.
You didn't go far with it. It was just a drawing of a
Yes.
penis.
Oh,
That's
you have
okay.
no idea.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Yeah, that's okay.
My purpose when doing that is to make my completely lose character.
Yes.
Does it work every time?
Almost.
Almost.
A lot of times, yeah.
So things that you want to know. Excuse me. The healer Gideon tells you, I need things to make a healing remedy for the princess and the other children. You will need to get valerian flour, which has been ground in a magical mortar and pestle. And that will need to be brought back here so that I can make the proper
Salve.
salve. We'll call it a salve. So that I can make the proper salve. This is Gideon telling you to make the proper salve to heal the princess.
Could one of those mortar and pestles be found in Calinay, or is it going to have to be?
So here's the deal. Right now, the valerian flower is not in bloom. It can be found on the Mountain of Shadows Height.
Yes, it's not in me.
Well, no. However, in order to get it to bloom at this time of year, you'll need to treat it with troll's blood. So you'll need to apply troll's blood to a valerian root on the side of the mountain, which will cause it to bloom. And then the only magical mortar and pestle that we're aware of is in the possession of healer Veer over at the Bellerond Kingdom, who we are at war with.
Did
Of
you
course.
make her mad too?
This is easy.
I don't think we established if Veer was a guy or a girl, but
Oh,
it's a girl
okay,
now.
that's
It's a girl now.
So it
So
is now.
Veer, I will write girl. Done. It's just the kingdoms are at odds with each other. They are rival kingdoms, and they're constantly in some sort of skirmish or something.
For no particular reason, or for every
They don't
particular
like each
reason?
other.
Or- It's
They're-
been on
they're-
for so long.
It's almost always over land. There's this one spot of land in the middle that one kingdom thinks is theirs, the other thinks is theirs.
That's
and-
what it is. You have the map upside down. That's fine.
but then they'll fight north to south instead of south to north. They're all
Are we
screwy.
talking small tracts of land or huge tracts of
Huge
land?
open tracts of land? We live in a bloody swamp.
I say we just annex it for ourselves.
Yes.
It's not our own kingdom.
Drop the paperwork. I want a summer home in a war zone.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Out of curiosity, when did the princess get sick? Was it before or after the new healer started?
After.
After.
Yep.
After the new healer, she got sick.
So let's say it's a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And the healer swapped places, well, not swapped places. Mildred was exiled about 6 months ago.
Okay. Okay.
The theory by Gideon and King Winston is that she's trying to get back at them.
Why was she
Because she got
exiled?
kicked out.
Well, I mean, I can't. I'm not sure if I can really ask that since I'm not.
Oh, I mean,
there.
anyone can. I mean, we can get information.
He's
Yeah.
indifferent about it.
It's-
Though. He
yeah.
doesn't really care.
He's asking through the bar.
Yeah. Actually, rumors around the nursing home for weeks has been that she was summoning all kinds of demons, and they didn't want that kind of stuff in this kingdom.
As healers are wont
Yeah.
to do.
I know.
Yeah, she kind of went over the side of the deep end board thing.
Bloom.
The
Psycho.
retirement home has lost
Bring
so
me a
many
demon.
employees because of that.
I have questions.
Bring me.
I shall work on it, sir.
So I will report
Okay,
back.
so now
when
you've got a
there's
bunch of stuff. What do you want to? What pieces do you want to go after next? What do you want to talk about? Who do you want to talk to? How do you want to handle it?
We must go get some blood.
Are you like coming and telling us like, hey, I got this great adventure?
Well, I'm going to come in and say
That's what I'm curious about.
I talked to the king, and he said he had a job for a real adventuring party, and that we couldn't possibly do it. But I told him,
vote for him.
Vote for king.
Bloom. What's a king?
I told him I knew just the guys, and he should trust us, that we definitely could do this.
Absolutely. We've been
Yes.
doing this for years.
What are we doing?
As far as he recalls.
Yes.
We're going on an adventure.
I like it. Let's do it.
I'll fill them in on the details on the way.
I'm going for a walk.
On the way to what?
Out the door, because it's going to take a while, I'm
Okay.
guessing, to get to there.
I fill my pockets with all my medications and stuff.
Bloom, get my
Get my
nappy.
stick.
So how do you keep the medications apart from the components, or are there regular mix-ups?
Regular mix-up.
Okay, that sounds
Absolutely.
about. That would be the poor rolls.
Yes.
It turns out that Bengay doesn't work on a monster, not in the way you
I
think.
don't know. We'll see.
Maybe that's what was wrong with the monster.
It could be. He was suffering from sore achy joints.
He was old too.
Yeah.
That's
So
why he's
where,
not sick.
what kind of, aside from mixing components and medications, what kind of preparation does this party do?
Bring me my robes.
Preparation.
Get my old ceremonial robes. I'm going to put on over my normal garb. It's built-in leather armor, so I get that +1.
Nice.
At this point, I just skip to preparation H.
That's the preparation. Just H.
Yes.
Done.
Just put on my hat.
Fit quite because I got that old
my
man
staff.
kind of just going on. I have to jack up everything up.
Old
to
dad bod?
Yeah. Jack it up to my belly and just tighten.
That's where your pants sit normally now, yeah.
I'm ready. Where's my spear?
Do you use a spear?
Used to. I'm just going to walk around with one now.
So this is a really old druid.
Yes.
Okay. What race did you pick up?
Elf.
Did you mention that? You did. You mentioned elf.
Yeah.
Did everyone
He
know
and I
what
both elf.
race they had picked? I can't
Human.
remember. Human. Okay.
I think I did.
Brandt, I think you're human, right?
Yes.
You're paladin.
Right.
Yeah,
French,
I didn't have a
French.
choice.
He's
Yeah.
French. That's,
Yes.
Yeah, you can't be French and another race.
No.
I suppose you could be a French demon.
I would like to be a
That
French
once.
dwarf sometime, though. So I think that'd be
Dwarf.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Has no beard, just one curly mustache. Or the little pencil
I
mustache.
feel like we've done that before already, though.
Well, it's both. It's
It
a
was
pencil
Lance
mustache.
Sanchez. He had no beard, but like the really curly mustache. The French guy would have the pencil one.
It's
Ah,
both,
yeah.
though. It's a pencil mustache, but it ends with the
twirl
huge curls at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
He beat what was that one dwarf's name in the tournament? One Joe Young.
Oh yeah, I heard about
One
that.
joke.
The guy just lost because he didn't show up. Forfeit everything.
Couldn't find it.
Although he did have good Chinese food that day.
Absolutely.
Chris, what did you have for
Halfling.
Halfling? And you had Mike.
I'm also an elf.
Oh, also an
Yeah,
elf.
we're
Oh, by the way, you guys will be here in about 10 minutes because it was 9 o'clock. But
Okay.
we're good. You got to show up early. The early bird special.
A wizard is always on time.
I thought you
Is this
said 8
like-
o'clock.
No, he did.
Oh.
I sent out
You
the invite.
bastard.
The invite that you, Brant, the invite that you accepted from me said 9.
Oh, okay.
you've awakened me early. I thought we were getting here at 8 and then just hanging out until 9.
Oh, and that's perfectly fine. I had no problem with it.
That's what I was
thought it was
assuming.
interesting.
I walked in the door to the starting of the recording of it. I was like, oh, man.
That's because we started showing up. And
no
Joe was
time
like,
to
"Oh, I
set
guess
up."
we're doing it now.
There we go.
We'll do it live."
We'll start whenever we like. Yeah, but as far as the YouTube piece goes, it's been going since midnight, so
Yeah.
it was
Well,
all there.
Back on subject, I'll
We
be
have a
going to the
subject.
closet and getting out the dusty gear that I've never really actually used.
I always knew he went into the closet.
You shake the mothballs. You shake the
Not coming
mothballs
back
out
out,
of it.
staying in there.
It's like
Yeah.
Waldorf and Stanley.
Oh, that's funny. I see the Muppet Show coming out of this.
Yeah. It's basically the standard like paladin gear they give you when you finish your training.
Mhm.
But then they expect you to like go adventuring and stuff like that. But I was too indifferent.
Oh,
to
so you got
do that.
the starter
picked up a
uniform.
job.
Yeah.
He just picked up a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what at this point he's just like, they're going on an adventure. Whatever.
And what does Baldric do?
Laugh
For preparation.
a lot.
Well, that's while others are being prepared,
Yes.
I could tell. Yeah.
No, he's pretty much ready to go. He came from the castle.
Mm-hmm.
He's just planning his plots and waiting
Plotting
for-
his plans.
Yes.
I'm seeing, like, you know, the quick action cuts where it's like, you know, arm piece,
Montage.
belt, everything. It's like that, except it zooms real fast, and then it's just kind of like tying really slowly. And then it zooms to the paladin, he's just like...
Yes.
And then it zooms over to the wizard, and he's just like... shoving stuff in the pouches. And then it zooms back over, and it's like, I'm still tying everything. And so
like it.
you're just over there going...
He's doing something.
So anyone else, when they look at Verge, is their attention immediately drawn to Randy Savage's bicep?
Yes.
Because every time I look over him,
well,
it's just
it's 'cause
like he's
he's
pointing
pointing
at
at
it. And it just like draws my attention, so I find I keep on just staring at his bicep.
Now you're a pervert.
If you're gonna pick a bicep, though, I mean, that's a good bicep.
That's the elbow. It's
Yep.
the bicep connected to the elbow that brings it down. Anyway, Bard,
Yes.
where are we going?
We're gonna head to the mountains.
What
I
mountains?
love the mountains.
It's brisk.
I don't like the mountains.
Still
They're-
brisk.
I should bring a sweater.
The name of the mountain is Shadow's Height. People may have heard of it because it's not too far away. It's maybe a day.
I
Off in
don't
the
like
distance,
climbing.
It's the rarely active volcano off in the distance.
Rarely.
Rarely.
I don't like lava.
The oldest people around
It's
can
hot.
remember the last time it erupted. Could be y'all.
Most likely.
And they're probably gonna tell us about
I
it the
was
entire
there
time.
when it was very active.
It's nothing like the way it used to be.
That's not
You
lava.
kids have ruined the volcano.
Used to flare up like my hemorrhoids.
Well, he's got the preparation H. Now.
I am prepared for anything.
Nearly anything.
I'm prepared to sleep.
So if there are any rumors or anything around about that mountain that somebody might know, you're welcome to bring those up. In the meantime, I have my own information about it if we get there. If we get there. However, you do know from Gideon that you would not go to the mountain first simply because you have to apply the troll's blood to the Valerian root on the mountain to get it to bloom.
We can't find a troll on the way.
Can you? Where are
We could
trolls?
stop by your
Who knows
mother's
anything
house.
about trolls?
I know everything about
Boom.
trolls.
Apply the burn heal.
I have a salve for that.
So,
I know everything about everything.
everything about everything.
So where would we find trolls if we were gonna do that?
In a troll lair.
Let's go with a spout
Should've seen that
lore roll here
In their home.
because the wizard Augie thinks he knows.
That is a whopping 8, sir.
8. Well, the one of the headlines in the local rag tells you that there's a hamlet called Twin Fairies on the edge of the kingdom that has been being harassed by a troll for the last couple of weeks. And perhaps maybe you could go help out the hamlet and get troll's blood at the same time.
Bloom. I like killing 2 birds. Let's use this 1 stone.
Excellent, sir.
I just start wandering off. I have no idea. One of you guys are gonna have to like grab my shoulders and steer me in the
Give
right
him a
direction.
harness or something. Attached to him.
Get you a buggy.
We'll give it a
Motorized
little
cart.
Yeah.
little wrist leash.
A bell on it, too.
Where are we going?
In different, you want to track him down there?
I can find him.
Magical trackers.
Nice, you can do that.
There's old man sent this way.
So we all gonna just call you Bloom?
Or
You guys call him Augie.
I have Augie
Okay.
written down, so that's what I'm going to say.
I call him Bloom because that's just
Easier to yell.
yeah.
I can see that. It's almost like blah.
Blah. That's what I'm gonna yell if I get like hit really hard. I'm, blah.
I'd say shouting Augie too many times in the nursing home probably gets you nurses showing up. Augie!
I don't know. He's done himself again. Let's get you cleaned up. Yes. Clean me. Get the sponge bath.
Let us go to the fairy village.
The name of the hamlet is the Twin Ferries because it's where a river splits, and there are two ferries that go in between there and other parts of the kingdom.
That's
And
not what I heard.
And I don't mean two Tinkerbells. I mean, ships, boats, floating platforms.
I'm glad somebody else made that joke before I could.
Is there horses driving the boats?
No,
we must teach them.
Not in this world.
We must teach them.
I don't know what that means.
Inside jokes.
Oh yeah, that's
From
okay.
a completely different podcast.
Yes, that is
Where
okay.
horses drive ships.
Yes.
That was a Jeffrey creation.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, some reason in his
Fantastic.
hometown, the horses drove the boats. I don't know why.
It was one of those Jeffreyisms that he didn't mean to say, and then it became canon.
Yes.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah,
Pretty lot, yeah.
that's pretty much the basis for the Dungeoneers.
All right,
There's a lot
so
of
where
those
do we
in the
go to
past.
get a ferry?
In a fairy home.
Do we need a ferry home companion?
Oh.
Hey, listen.
Bloom. I don't like that one. Kill it.
So, do any of us know where Twin Ferries are?
Oh yeah, anyone knows how to get there. I'm just curious how you guys are.
Probably not these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
They'll tell us the history
Yeah.
of it
Yeah.
oh, exactly.
over and
This
over.
place used to not be called Twin Ferries. It used to be called the Forked River. There was no town. That is all.
That's never all.
But wait, there's eventually more.
Oh, there's buttways.
Bloom. What was the other thing?
I remember when it was Lone Ferry.
Back before they made the second one.
Back before the second. Oh, I do like the second.
You young kids.
It just so
only
happens
remembering when there was a ferry.
it's the newer ferry that gets you there from the city. So
The Lone
That
Ferry
works
just gets you to the new ferry.
yeah, well, the old one actually heads towards Bellerond, which you probably don't want to go to since that's not where you're headed right now.
Not yet.
Yes.
Well, we're going to take it anyway. Stupid kids. They're two fairies. I used to have to turn into a bird.
Oh, I'm eager to see the first animal, the first bird flying into
bird
the
gonna be
painted
all
glass. So, what is the tell for the druid? Gray hair. Everything's gray.
Great.
Pretty much everything just looks like really gray and very wrinkly. Like you,
How do you wrinkle feathers? Yes. Thank you, Dan.
yeah, like you've never seen like a hawk with jowls, but you're going to
Everything looks like a
squawk.
shark.
It's half bald.
I'm a bald eagle.
Actually, bald eagle. Yes.
But
Feathers.
soon you're a falcon. Shut up, Bloom.
Who knows somebody at the Twin Ferries?
All the people I knew there are dead. Would you like to know their names?
Nope.
He has the census from 50 years ago memorized.
There was Derek.
Okay.
He was nice.
Derek was a nice
Do you
boy.
have silence? What spells do you have?
No, I have charm person.
I'm not sure. That
Bloom, make them want to hear my story. I'm assuming we're traveling during all this,
Yeah,
not just standing around.
I mean, it only takes I don't know, maybe half an hour or so to get there. It's not
The
very
longest half an hour of your
far. Probably.
So half an hour for normal folks, so we're going to be there tomorrow, probably.
It's getting dark. It's only 2 in the morning. 2 in the afternoon.
2 in the morning. Yeah, it'll be dark then too.
It's only 2 in the afternoon. Okay. Where's my dinner?
Where is it? So you have dinner on the way on the boat. You have a dinner cruise. Sure.
Dessert show.
on this floating
This is
platform.
lovely.
It's like a mini barge, essentially.
So I'm going to assume that I'm actually probably carrying most of their gear.
it's a good chance.
So I probably have like at least 3 bedrolls there. I'm making sorry.
you're like a squire.
And then Mouse, I don't even know. Like you're just kind of hanging back there super quietly. I'm assuming you're there with us.
Just picking pockets.
Just
along
kind
the way.
of you forget he's there, and then you turn around. And, oh,
Yes, I gotta figure. I was thinking, it's like the kid that walks in between everybody while they're chatting, and then all of a sudden you realize he's standing there, kind of thing.
Got this copper wire, some lint, some dice.
You MacGyver?
Occasionally, when
No,
I
I'm just
notice
picking
him,
people's
I
pockets,
pull
yeah.
Werther's out of my pocket.
Right in that D20.
In that D20 mug is Werther's. And any other snacks there too, you're welcome to, by the way, including donuts.
Yes.
Which I heard someone brought. Actually, I saw it and I didn't hear it.
I synced it.
I seen it. So yeah, I'm looking to see if anyone knows anyone at Twin Ferries, so you can talk to somebody you know, or if it's just going to be get off the boat and look for the green-skinned guy to kill.
Well, it depends. Is Twin Ferries a respectable place or a non-respectable place? Because it would be between those two.
The way that Name talked about it sounds like he wouldn't respect it regardless.
But you like Derek?
That's only because they've changed it.
From nothing to something.
Yeah. I like the forest.
He liked it when Derek
was here.
much better.
Derek was a nice man.
So this is a small hamlet of, say, less than 100 people. They do some farming, and most of their I don't even say wealth. Most of what they do is based on the ferries traveling past. They help people get stuff from one to the other, so it can go down the other fork in the road, or river, as it were. It's mainly just water trade. They're helping people get goods from one place to another. They don't do a whole lot on their own, except a few crops. So it's that type of place. Nobody here holds any real influence in the proper kingdom.
Derek would have.
He would have, but he's dead now. Over these past 50 years, when he stopped keeping the census, people killed him.
Poor Derek.
So is there a town mayor? Like, what's the...
There would be, let's call it the head bargeman.
the barge?
Why not? Philip.
No idea what any of that means.
He would
Take
be the
me
guy
to
who's
the
there.
elder of the town. As an elder, I will get things done.
Philip. He's 18 years old.
These people.
This is
Head
a
bargeman
rough
at 18? He's moving on up in the world.
Yeah. He advanced quickly. He started as a regular bargeman at 17 and a half. Because that's the legal age that you can
for
get on a
bargeman.
boat here.
He got his barge license.
he's got his barge license. And he's working on his...
He's trying to teach horses how to
CDBL.
drive boats.
Because it's a barge license. He wants to be able to do it, as a business.
So
Philip-
18 is the legal age to get on the boat.
17 and a half.
So I imagine like, parents get
As long as
on,
you've
and
had
then the
barge
kids,
driving education.
they kind of take the barge across, and the kids just have to swim across because they're not allowed on the boat.
we can't
you
drive
can get
the
on it
barge.
with...
Okay.
I just assumed they tied ropes around them and drug them
Yeah,
behind.
yeah.
Well, they'll do that sometimes. Depends if they like their kids.
Aiden.
He's out in back being drug out by a barge. Like Sam out there.
That's my boy.
That's him. And Catherine's pulling the barge. Go figure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
As you approach Twin Ferries, you can see kind of in the distance what looks like somebody's got a fire burning inside, but as you get closer, there's just too much smoke. And as you come into dock, it looks like one of the buildings on the other side of the hamlet looks like it's on fire. A lot of panic going on. There's actually a bucket line coming from the river to the house, and people running. It looks like they're trying to put out the fire.
This is such a lively place.
Back in my day, we'd put our fires in the fireplace.
I don't think they know how to do it anymore.
They started this one on the roof, apparently.
That was a mistake.
And as you get there, someone hands you a bucket.
Thank you.
No,
I
man.
start drinking.
Well,
I was
it's empty.
thirsty. Oh,
Clearly, they expect you to fill it and help put the fire out.
Bloom. Have a bucket.
Thank you, sir.
That's what y'all doing.
We already have the info that there's a troll given the town.
That was
right?
what. Yeah, that was
Okay.
what Augie wrote in the local papers. There's
Okay.
been a troll messing with this place for a couple of weeks now.
That's
Is
why
it-
we're here.
Is the town on both sides of the river?
Yes and no,
Okay.
because it's a fork, so it's actually three sides.
okay,
if you
I know
will,
what you're
or
talking
what?
about.
One. So picture a fork, okay?
Yeah.
The town is here, here, and here,
Okay.
so that
It's
things
one
can
large
stop.
town with the fork.
With the fork in the
Yeah, the fork goes through the middle. A fork
okay.
runs through it, and the
so
it's
river
lovely.
also runs through it because
Gotcha.
of that.
It
Gotcha.
being the town.
Yes.
Is the town. Okay.
All right.
I would like to cast my unseen servant to help these people, and then hand him the bucket.
Very well. Let's see how that works out.
It's a cantrip. Oh, that's not a great thing.
That was the Bengay.
Perhaps it was early. That's a
turns out-
whopping 6.
So your unseen servant is made of fire. No, we're not going there. That's just too much. The bucket just falls to the ground when you try to hand it off, but I'm going to save that failure for a nice, fun spot.
Oh darn it. Oh, darn.
No,
Darn.
that's not how you hold a bucket.
Yes, because I can imagine it's just thud on the ground. Wooden bucket, of course, with the iron.
You should have
straps
cast your
around it.
unseen servant. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, that's-
Just enjoying the show so
Yeah.
far. I'm gonna go try to talk somebody into helping in place of these two.
Oh, everyone else is already helping. The hamlet, all the people there are trying to help put the fire out. They just thought that the new arrivals would pick up a bucket and join in. So a bucket was handed so I could see the
I see.
hilarity ensue,
I see.
which it did.
Well, we still need to get to the other side of the river, right? Or the fire's on this
The
side.
fire's where you are.
Fire's where we
I
are.
wanted to make it convenient.
That is convenient. That is convenient.
That way you don't have to drag your kids across the river to fight the fire.
They're just going to complain about how fast it's moving anyway, so...
Probably. Yes. Back in my day, the river moved a lot slower.
Driving like a bat out of heck. Fire's not really anything I can help with. That's outside my bailiwick, we will say.
I will
It really
spend
needs
far
water-
too much
water.
time picking up this bucket.
So did you guys actually want to help put the fire out? I'm just curious. Or do
I'm
we just want to
helping
let
in
the
my
place
own
burn?
way.
I mean, in general, if you just want to let the place burn to the ground and move on to something different, or if you actually wanted to help them out.
Boom! Get the marshmallows.
There you go.
Can't you turn into water?
You know, it turns out the building on fire is the marshmallow factory.
It smells delicious, but it's so tragic.
Yes.
No.
It's just all charred and bubbly on the outside.
We must save it.
Bloom! Get the graham crackers.
Nurse!
They set it on
This
fire. They
bucket.
set it on fire with graham cracker torches.
No!
Yes. And they're pouring buckets of chocolate on it.
It smells so delicious.
This is the best disaster ever.
I don't want to help because it smells tasty, but I want to eat it, so I want to help. Wow.
It's really just somebody's house, and they're losing everything right now.
I can't turn into water. Water's not an animal.
You're on a river. They gave you a bucket.
He asked if I can turn into water. No.
I take the bucket and I'm like putting it in Paladin's face.
Indifferent.
Do it.
See, the good part is it's not all lost to the audio world. We actually have picture this time.
I know, right?
Yeah. So we get to
Please-
see Brandt
please
burying
do it.
his face in his hands. It's
Save
lovely.
the marshmallows. Save them.
Nurse.
That's the family name.
Yes.
What, Brandt?
I said, oui, Augie, I will save them.
Okay.
I will
So,
go fill the bucket.
So you're just joining everybody else. You're helping.
Are they actually going to help, or are they just going to stand there and watch me do it?
Apparently, they're not.
That's what I kind of imagine.
I need a
that's what I
bench.
figured, too.
My legs are tired.
The bench is on fire.
No!
And it's coated with molten marshmallow.
Can you become any type of animal?
Actually, that's what kind of volcano it is. It's a marshmallow volcano.
That's pretty nice.
Is there
We have completely
Chocolate
changed it.
volcano.
is there anything with prestidigitation that will help with fire?
A bucket with water would help.
Nope, can't
I'm
help
just
it.
really curious how long we'll avoid the mundane. It's going well so far.
wizard, sir.
There's only one bucket, and he's got it, so I'm kind of lost.
Well, you know,
It has
you
the
didn't
animal
lose
I turned
unseen
into has
servant.
to
You
be
can keep
from a
trying
certain
it. I don't mind
thing
having more
that I'm
failures.
I shall try
Right
it
now
again,
it's
sir.
forest and plains
But the
and grasslands.
to me, I'm just getting it. Normally, I would push this faster, but I'm getting a kick out of the idea of completely avoiding just picking up a bucket and pouring water over a burning building. I think that's kind of funny.
All right,
And
I'm
even then,
seeing
it's a bucket brigade. It's a line of people. You could fill the bucket and hand it to the next person, unless it happens to be Name or Augie. Don't hand it to them. But any other next person.
I shall try unseen servant again, sir. Oh, that's much better.
How much?
That's a 9.
That is much better than a failure. So your servant does indeed get the bucket and help out, but more than once it trips up others along its way.
They're not used to him.
No, not
They
at
can't
all,
see it.
apparently. Yes.
It's unseen.
I can
It's
ride
just a
on his
floating
shoulders so
bucket.
people can see where he's at. I'll ride on the shoulders of
There you
that.
go.
There you go.
Hold on
No.
the bucket.
Why is the gray thing flying?
So as part of helping out, because I'm presuming at least somebody, being indifferent, is helping out,
Why did you
you would hear people talking about just bad-mouthing the troll, and how the troll's been messing, and this time it
Did
started
the troll
the
start the fire?
Yeah, the troll started the fire because
He hated marshmallows.
he really hated marshmallows. It's really just somebody's house. They just had a lot of marshmallows.
That was their name.
Yeah, the name was
Marshmallow.
the
Marshmallow
marshmallows.
House.
Yeah.
They were related to Derek.
And you hear the name
Derek
Mag
Marshmallow.
several times in reference to the troll, so they call the troll Mag.
They've named him.
Mag.
He's been around long enough to have a name.
Or he has his own name and has used it. Or they named him, one or the other.
Okay.
So he's been messing with the town, and presuming at some point someone asks someone else, because I'll just say that you did. Okay.
Yeah.
They point off into the distance to the east and say he comes from a hillock over there somewhere. But we don't have anybody here strong enough to fight him, so we never chase him down.
Well, it looks like
He
got
comes
this-
and steals food and livestock and then goes away again.
Well, it looks like you got this fire thing under control, obviously. So
I'll stop the troll.
They were
Okay.
doing much better before you arrived. Technically.
we say we're leaving. They're all like,
Yes! We can get back to fighting a fire.
You're welcome for the help. Boom.
Let's
So,
go find a hillock.
Fortunately for them, there's lots of running water around, so they're able to put the fire out easy enough.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
The lovely marshmallow people.
They all taste like marshmallow.
Was that Derek's
We'll
last
see where
name?
that goes.
Yes.
marshmallow.
We're
Derek?
assuming
Yeah.
the marshmallow family got out alive. Are they okay? Were they
They're
there?
slightly toasted.
Well, you don't care so
Slightly.
much, but we care.
Well, yeah. No, I was asking out of character.
They got out, they didn't get out, whatever. I mean, whatever. It's one or the other, you know. So the troll,
How far to the east?
about over there.
Gotcha. How long is that going to take?
Let's
How
go
far-
over there.
How far should a troll live from a hamlet that is terrorizing? The troll's not going to go too far.
Yeah.
We're talking a half mile, maybe? not far.
That is forever.
Well, can you ride your unseen servant? He'll still take the same amount of time.
Seat's already
Sadly
taken.
cannot.
Yeah, it is.
Let's
Roderick
do
can only
this.
hold so much.
What? Did you have a name?
His name is Roderick.
Roderick. Okay.
He is a loyal friend.
You don't see much of them around here, though.
I'm seeing another montage scene of us traveling like the half mile.
Frequent breaks and stops along the way. Yeah.
Hold up. I have to be.
You just went. Why didn't you do that on the fire?
I didn't have to go there.
Exactly. I didn't have to go then.
Finally, it skips forward like 2 days later.
Yes.
That's arriving.
Go, and you're picking up the newspaper with the headlines that the princess is dead, and so are all the children in the kingdom.
That's what I'm expecting. We're never going to make it to that mountain in
We're
time.
almost there.
They sent the wrong people.
Actually, they were sending the right people.
They just had the wrong problem.
Picked the wrong characters to do it.
We're the best they could afford.
So as you get closer, there is a clear, would be a troll's place to live hillock.
Big
just
neon
off
sign.
Yeah. it flashes "Me live here, home now."
Mag.
These trolls have gotten very ostentatious.
Exactly. There's a mailbox outside, and it says "Muckle Bones."
Flag is up.
Okay. So
Yeah, actually, the whole
his
sign was-
mailbox outside.
The whole sign was actually magazine, but only the mag actually still lights up.
There are very large footprints when you get closer. Whoever lives here has really big feet. This is probably a troll larger than any you've seen or heard of before, or read of, or thought of, or imagined.
Back in
I don't
my
think I've
day,
covered
trolls.
Or
knew
even
how to
back in
stay
the
a
day.
decent size.
It was definitely a large troll. What do you know about trolls, though?
I
mean,
know
we found this
everything
one-
about trolls.
You think so?
I absolutely
Let's
do.
find out. Let's do a spout lore here and see
Whoa.
what you do.
That
with
is a 10.
A 10? Well, you know that trolls definitely don't like fire. That one that started the fire, he probably left because he accidentally started the fire. But they also regenerate and should not be this big. The footprint on the ground is probably about, I want to say 3 feet, but it's 1 foot. 1 foot that has 3 feet in it. It's a 6-footed troll or something.
Oh, jeez.
Whatever it is.
Instead of toes, it's just extra tiny feet.
By your guess, looking at the doorway that goes in, which is the size of double doors for people, it probably has a hard time getting in and out.
Did you
of
say
its own
Dumbledore?
house. Dumbledore. Yes. It's
He was a nice
it's a
wizard.
mix of Dumbledore and Gorndolf. Yes. So this is a very large creature. This is not a normal troll.
I'm going to use Bardic Lore.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
And what is
Because
your,
I'm very Lorish.
what
And
was
I'm
your
going to
focus?
ask.
You don't look Lorish.
Did you pick one of those before we started?
No.
Well, pick the one that's most advantageous then.
Well, then I will take this one.
Go for it. It works.
And I will ask, why is this troll so large?
Because it ain't Derek.
No!
This is the troll of lore, Derek Marshmallow Color.
Marshmallow Bane. I
Yes.
knew we'd find
And
it.
one of the reasons why the elderly elven folks had a fondness for Derek was that Derek was also a magical creature, and that probably enhanced this troll as it consumed that which was Derek.
He consumed the marshmallow power.
Yes. Is this going to be the Stay Puft troll? Outstanding. There's not much more you could ask for. I mean,
What did you
really.
do, Ray?
Yeah. Do you guys have your plasma guns and everything ready?
Young
Just don't-
sir,
just
you
don't
should,
cross the stream.
you should try to set yourself on fire. The trolls will hate that.
It's the only way to keep yourself safe. That's how we used to do it back in my day.
That's why you're so wrinkly.
No one ever got eaten by
How
trolls.
many burn marks do you have? If it's
many.
0, I'm suspicious.
I didn't say I did it.
We did.
I would just fly away.
Okay, so here we are. You've learned, both of you have learned a little bit more about this troll. A very large troll, probably very powerful.
Nurse,
What's your
perhaps
plan?
you should lead the way. You're very capable.
maybe.
Mental nurse.
Mental
You're
nurse.
in front.
Metal nurse.
First, I thought he said mental. That
Mental.
fits
I thought you did too.
Yeah. Psychiatric or armor clad. Either way. Metal and mental.
Yeah.
That's metal, dude.
So you want me to go in there?
We will be right after you. We just know your capabilities.
You have the shield.
Gonna take a nap first.
I have a spear.
Oh, that's a
Yours
good point.
causes more protection.
Did you pick the sword and shield?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
I'm glad.
Yeah, now that you said it.
I wouldn't have wanted to sound stupid.
I'm standing there holding the halberd. Like,
Yeah, his halberd's name is Shield. Yeah, that's what he named it. Why not?
well, I mean, you said we need the fire.
I mean, it is often used with trolls, but I have all the hope in the world with you, sir. I think you can hack it down.
Well, what if we use torches?
Maybe I can, maybe I can't.
Well, I mean, I believe you have my torches.
Okay, with that, you guys have adventuring gear?
You did
Yes.
Not so much.
Okay, so then I guess I am going to assume I'm carrying your. I have my own too. So
Would we like to cause a distraction while you go in? Because I can go on like the other side
You
of the hill and play
haven't
my
been
fiddle.
already.
Yeah, distract
I have
him
a
with
magic
music.
fiddle.
you're just going to distract
Is it
what?
made of gold?
Distract him with the musics.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw his attention this way so you can.
Bardic went
But
down
I'm
to
going in
Georgia.
there.
I know.
So basically, you just want to get his attention so that
I'm gonna
basically
backstab.
he's coming out for me as I'm going in.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get his
backstab.
attention. I start walking towards him.
This is a lovely plan.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm going to turn into an elephant.
Hold on,
do that
elephants
at the
are
fire.
wrinkly. You got to do
What's an
something.
They're just more,
What other tell?
He's just going to have droopy tusks.
His eyes are half open the whole time.
7. It's a 7.
Your ivory's a big
Read to me
flaccid.
what 7 to 9 does for.
And I get
I
one
believe you
hold.
get one hold.
Just the one
sir.
hold.
Okay, just want to make sure.
And this is going to use up that hold because it pertains to what this animal does. And I'm just going to do one of those big trumpet blasts that the elephants do. And just right into the thing. And then I revert back. He should be coming. And then I walk back towards you guys.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to get a torch out of this. Yeah, so
You successfully retrieve said torch.
we'll have time to light it before we get attacked by.
Oh
a
yeah,
troll.
oh gosh.
That's
yeah.
why I'm a leader.
Plenty of time to light that torch.
All right. So I have my shield and torch, and I guess I will get ready for a troll that'll probably be coming.
I shall ready my spells.
Yeah, oh, I'm curious, like what? What spells do you ready, knowing that you are going on a grand adventure?
Perhaps charm person
Yeah, I don't know if that
or
works on a
magic
monster.
missile.
Oh, a magic missile would probably work, yeah.
I also have light
Good.
and
In
prestidigitation.
case the torch goes out.
I'm going to be a bear.
And what does, so far, yes.
That's a 10.
What does Bardic do to prepare for this?
He's going to play a just dazzling fiddle rendition of Final Countdown.
Baldric. I
And-
knew I was going to say Bardic. Dang it. Baldric.
And give try or attempt to give 1d4 to Indifferent for damage.
All right.
That is a 7.
And 7 to 10. Or
Spell
7
still
to 9
works,
gives us what?
but I draw unwanted attention.
Oh gosh, that's lovely.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's the
Alright.
word I was thinking.
And what is Grey Goose doing?
Drinking my vodka.
Getting hammered.
I'd like to position myself for a backstab as he's distracted by the paladin. of the
Also
torch.
kind of hang out by the doorway.
Yeah.
Just not right in front of it where
No.
the elephant was moments ago.
I'm small.
Did you walk right up to the door?
He probably won't see. I can probably
Right
stand
in
for
the
it. He probably
nose.
won't see me anyway.
And this is where I'm going to take
Close
the
enough to
opportunity. We're going to take a short break. I'm going to stop the audio part. The video is going to keep going.
That's
I'm gonna
lovely.
set
I would
the audio
love a
part.
donut.
In the meantime, we'll say bye for this. Bye. And let me go find the button here. And I'll press.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.